Hello and welcome to another week. I hope everyone is well. So we'll start with our warm-ups as usual. So we'll start with our head rolls. So breathing out on the way down, breathing in on the way back. So breathing out and breathing in. So breathing out on the way down, breathing in on the way back. Or out on the way down, in on the way up, if you like to put it that way. So 3 each direction. Stretch out our neck and our head and our shoulders. Breathing in on the way up. Breathing out looking down. So breathing in on the way up. And breathing out on the way down. And breathing in on the way up. And breathing out. And just stretching out our neck like so. Just remembering to breathe. And if you do find that your mind's wandering throughout, come back to breathing. It's the anchor that keeps us with what we're doing. So, shoulder rolls, 3 in each direction, or if you're a little bit tight like me, you might do a bit more. 3 is always a guideline, so if you do a bit more, that's totally fine, but at least 3. So, breathing out as we twist, breathing into the center, breathing out and in, out and in. So, breathing out on the way down, in on the way up, and so forth. Looking at our fingertips as we do so, and bending slightly at the waist. If you do feel any strain in your back or anything that feels uncomfortable with any of the exercises, I wouldn't suggest continuing with it. I'd stop it and talk to, someone like a physio or a chiro or whatever health professional you think would be most appropriate. None of this should cause you any pain. It might stretch out your muscles slightly, but there should be no pain or massive discomfort. It's just about warming your body up and getting everything ready. Okay, so doing our waist turns. And the big thing with this is it's basically a circular movement. As much rotation and movement in your hips and back as you can. Now, if you've got any back issues, of course, try and limit that movement. It's the same just with our feet together, it changes the stretch. But that's also where we put our hands behind our hips to support our back. So it's not pushing or anything like that, it's just to support and help our back out. Okay. Moving from foot to foot. Relaxing our arms and our head and our shoulders as much as we can, moving from the waist. And you should feel a stretch not just in your legs, but particularly in your sides, sort of the side of your torso. I started doing this with my hands off the ground. I wouldn't recommend that. That's just because I felt to do so. But if you feel comfortable, place your fists on the ground like so, and rock back and forth on your heels. Almost there, so getting to our knees, just rotating those. This isn't actually what my teacher showed me, but I like to stretch my knees out, so I added it. And finally our ankles. So starting from our head, moving all the way down, we do it in that direction to ground us, and it's just sort of a little bit better than doing it a little bit randomly, of course. Okay, now for our Qigong. So we'll start with our liver exercise. So breathing in on the way up, breathing out the way down. So left, right, and left, and so forth. So I believe I did 6 of these, so not just 3 each side, but actually 6 each side. It's up to you. I like to do extra sometimes because I feel I need it. And this was in the middle of a work day, and there'd been a lot of different stuff going on, so I felt like I needed it. And that's something that you can gauge yourself once you get comfortable with the exercises. You might even want to go for 9 of something sometimes, but I wouldn't necessarily suggest much more than 9 or 12. You don't want to overdo it. Okay, so our kidney exercise, breathing in on the way up, breathing out back down to our center, and then breathing into our center and out. So breathing in up to the sky, palms forward, breathing out, squeeze our legs, no breath at this point, Palms crossed for balance. Nice big squat. Breathing in on the way up, breathing out on the way down, and then just breathing in and out like so. So once more, kidney exercise. Palms forward, breathing out on the way down. Arms crossed for balance in front of us, and so forth. Okay. So our heart and lung exercise. So breathing in on the way in, out on the way out. So in, out, in, out, in, out. I did 12, so don't be too concerned if it seems like a little bit more than usual. And just finishing that up. So our our kidney exercise, squeezing at the back of the head. I got confused. Okay, I'll add the breathing in when I talk about it next. So, breathing in on the way up, breathing out as we come down and squeeze, release the squeeze, breathe in on the way up, breathe out on the way down, and then breathing in and out. So squeezing at the back of the neck. If you've got any questions about where those points are, just ask me on the weekend. So that's another exercise for our kidneys, that one. And a lung exercise again. Very much like the Tai Chi, heron stretching its wings. So just breathing in on the way up, breathing out the way down, breathing in on the way up, breathing out the way down. So breathing in and out, and in and out, like so. And breathing up on the way down. Breathing in on the way up, breathing out on the way down. Again. So you notice there's a bit of a pattern with these. This again is a lung exercise. Just breathing in, imagining all that energy going into our center, and then breathing out once you feel ready. Scratch your face if you feel you need to. So our heart exercise, breathing out as we come down, hands almost touch. Breathe in again to our shoulders. Breathe out down to our dantian. Breathe in and breathe out. So breathing in on the way up, breathing out on the way down. Breathing in towards our shoulders, breathing out, and so forth. So if you do want to add that visualization or feeling, because it definitely will have a feeling, when you breathe into your dantian, the idea is that you're breathing in all the energy that you've just created with the body movements and the focus and your breathing. So it's not just kind of like, we come to our belly button and breathe in and breathe out. It might start like that because you're learning, and that's how I started too. But once you get a little bit more used to it, you'll probably find that you might feel different things. You're not looking for a particular experience, everyone is different, but you might feel different rushes or tingles or sensations or different stuff in your body. And that's usually, you can feel the chi moving around. It's not a physical thing. So breathing on the way up, breathing out on the way down, breathing in and out, and in and out. What I meant by that is the chi, the energy won't be because of wind or some kind of physical sensation. It will be because of the energy moving. And that's what this is all about. And it's also really good exercise and fun. So breathing in on the way up, breathing out on the way down. Palms up, palms down, and so forth. Breathing out, I'll try that again. Breathing in on the way up, breathing out on the way down. So imagining breathing all that energy in, and then just letting go and breathing out. Okay, so now for our Tai Chi. It was great to see our newer students, how well everyone's doing on the weekend. And as always, if you've got any questions, always good to ask me in the live class as well. So pushing down, coming up, coming back down, circling around at belly button height, right hand forward, stepping forward with our right foot. Palms towards us, circling around and drawing back, pointing that right toe. Collapse our right hand, trace over with our left, step out to our right. Palms towards us again, circling down, out and around again, and drawing back both hands towards our belly. It's our rice ball. Step out and push out with the backs of our hands. Draw back, circle down, out and around. Push out with our palms. Draw back. Pivot our right foot and then pivot our left. Pushing out with both hands above our head and back. Collapsing our right, collapsing our left. Grounding that left hand so that we can stretch our right and then stretch our left. Stepping out with left foot, right hand on top, step back, left on top, squash that, reach out with our right, draw back, and then our infinity sign. So as sometimes happens when there's a bit going on, for me this is a little bit faster than I would suggest. So you're probably aiming for about 75% of this speed. I'm sorry about that. I always find that it's difficult to gauge exactly how fast I'm going when I do the videos, because sometimes I think I'm going fast and I'm actually going slower than most times, and sometimes I think I'm going slow and I'm actually going fast. It's also because I'm very used to the movements, so I do my best to slow it down, but it's not always particularly easy. Tai Chi is better done slow. It's also a lot more challenging for your balance and your muscles and everything, so this is a little bit too quick, just so you're aware. Stepping out, so step forward with our left, step back with that same left foot, collapse that, twist, reach out with our right, draw back, and then our infinity sign, and we're good. Okay. So, breathing out. Breathing in as we bring our hands up. Breathing out as we turn our palms up. Breathing in and holding our breath. And breathing out, reverse what we just did. Breathing in and out and in and out. Fantastic. Thank you.